Aloha, my name is Benedict Howard and I'm a wellness coach specializing in microcurrent biofeedback. But first off, it's really about your wellness and getting you rejuvenated. So how do we do that? Well, obvious ways are with diet and exercise. They are crucial. So let's put them at the top of the list. And then I'm going to talk about diet, and which we put in green there, and exercise. And so we'll put that in the red. So obviously these are two major critical components to getting well and really fit. You know, the diet is about really alkalizing the body, and if that's what I specialize in, is helping you to alkalize the body really quickly. And once we get into an alkaline body, then we have more energy to do the exercise. And what happens then, of course, is that things get stretched out and your cardiovascular, everything gets more in tune. And in turn, all the old stuff, the sedentary stuff, starts to wear off, and it really gives you more peak performance, more clear thinking, more clear everything about your life and lifestyle. So as a coach, as a wellness coach, I also ask you to look at goals. And of course, these are the things that lead us forward. So I'm not a therapist dealing with things from the past and blah, 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 blah. More about we're getting really clear on what you want to create. And in doing so, it leads you forward into these things. And of course, you look at everything when you're addressing your goals. You're going to be looking at stuff with your family, stuff with your work, stuff with your retirement, wherever it is in your life cycle, as to get to a better, higher performance with that, with grace and ease, of course. Now, the last component, of course, is the microcurrent biofeedback. And I'm going to call this electrical in blue. You can call it electricity, if I can spell that right. And no, apparently I've got this wrong. So let's start that again. And the last component is the microcurrent biofeedback, which essentially is electrical. And so we're actually applying this electricity in microcurrents to the body. So let me explain how this all ties in. By adding in this component, which was basically developed by the Russians. I mean, a lot of other people have done it in the West as well. But it was really honed in by the Russians in the 1980s. And this is what clued me in as to how to add this to these components here. Because this turned out in the musculoskeletal group, when they did the clinical trials in Russia on 18,000, and this is a big number, 18,255 people. They got an average 80.5% cure rates in all of the disease groups. So no matter where you are in this will greatly accelerate you attaining these goals through better exercise and better diet and better life choices. So that's why I love this. And actually, I myself wasn't always the go-to guy for learning how to work with microcurrent biofeedback. In fact, I had massive pain in my neck and in my back from a wall that fell on my head. And over 40 years of enduring massive pain, dizzy fits, you name it. Well, just the pain, couldn't turn my head from side to side. And then getting into yoga practices, and more recently getting into the cardiovascular stuff. I have been able to, at my age now, I'm just turning 64 this month. I've been able to attain really amazing health. And it's all because of the way that I learned how to apply microelectricals. So I'm not talking the Frankensteinian stuff of big jolts coming in. These are tiny, tiny little microcurrents that we're using here to assist me in attaining this. So as I said, I wasn't always that go-to guy. I had years of chronic stuff. I tried the acupuncturists, I tried the chiropractors, I tried the doctors, and they said surgery. I said no way to surgery. And the acupuncturist was okay, but it didn't really loosen up this massive lock that I had in here from when this wall came on my head and crushed in here. Massive pain going down my back into my shoulders. Later on, massive pain down here when the discs slipped out of place. But I've been able to attain that all back in and coherence through the application of this, and having a goal set, but mostly this component of electrical application or microcurrent biofeedback application really led me to attain world-renowned expertise in this. I mean, I've been doing this since 2008, training people with it. So let's all have a look at that, because eBodyFUSION is about infusing the body with electricity, and that's how this site got this name. And so what I've done here is I put all these different components together into one big coaching package. And also, if you just want to train, say, in this component, then I have really good training, the world's best training on that too. So take a look at this site, go through it, sign up so that you get onto my email list. And if you're ready to go with, say, the electrical components on it, I have those for sale on this site too. They are under the name of Skeena, DENAS, ENOT, but mainly I'm selling the DENAS line because it's really cost effective. And I have a 3-month training with that DENAS line too. And in the training site and on the training page, you'll find more details of that too. So, hey, great you made it here. Fabulous to introduce you to this technology. My name is Benedict Howard, Wellness Tech Coach, changing the face of medicine, one person at a time. So that's going to be you. Aloha.